Winston Churchill and Eisenhower, Bradley, and until the real thing came out. When they told us that to get ready, we thought it was going to be another exhibition job at first. And until they got us, he says, no more passes, no more talking to anybody where you're doing and everything. And then we started believing it was going to be the real thing. 4 days before, and then we were in the Martian area there, waiting, getting all our gear together, ammunition and all that other stuff. And then finally we were marched in trucks. We loaded in trucks and sent us to the airfields to load in the planes. That was on the 5th. The 5th of June, 1944. And they got us to the field, assigned us to planes, and marched us to each plane. And we were sitting in the plane for, I would say, 4 or 5 hours before even the plane started warming up their engines. Well, the trip from camp to the airport was about 150 miles. So it took a little while to get there. And after that, we loaded some of the guys with smoking, one a cigarette after another one, and other ones were trying to get some sleep because it was late at night already. And the other ones were kind of jittery. You can tell, that we were nervous. And finally, the plane started warming up their engines, and finally around 11, I would say 10:30 or quarter to 11, we'd start hitting the sky. They were all green. Nobody had any experience. No experience at all. Even the pilots, they were all brand new. They were.
You had a little problem finding your drop zone?
Oh yes, well, as you know, the first couple of sticks were the pathfinders, which is supposed to mark our drop zone. But most of them, the planes with pathfinders were down, were shut down even before they were able to get out. There was only a few that did make it, and with the heavy shrapnel that was coming to the planes, the pilots had been in green, they just wanted to get the hell out of there. And they just turn on the green light and say, go out, And we jumped. Once I was in the ground, it took me 2 weeks before I could find anybody from my plane. From my plane, I met some fellows from other planes and a few from even the 82nd Airborne Division, which is supposed to be completely in a different zone. But we did the pass, we got together, we knew where we had to head it for, we knew where the beaches were, we had plenty of maps, of course, because, the map, a complete map was assigned to 7 people. Each person had a piece of that map, and you had to put all those 7 pieces together to get the whole picture. And of course, half of it was missing. But finally, I would say after 2 weeks, the company that I was supposed to be with. This is General Taylor, our division commander. He started out with the 82nd Airborne, and when General Lee, our division commander, got sick and was sent back to the United States, he took over as commander of the 101st Airborne Division. Okay, in Normandy, he was hanging on a tree for, I would say, about 15 or 20 minutes. One of the best soldiers there were. They were very disciplined, very good soldiers. Later in the years, as the war got real bad for them, they had some green ones too, and they knew they didn't have a chance, but they were very, very disciplined. Steph Carr, we got motorcycles. We captured and we took motorcycles, cars, everything we could get a hold of because, we were infantry. All we did was jump down. Once we got to the ground, we had to use our feet. And so anything we could get, bicycles, cars, anything, we'd help ourselves. We had a real good meal before we loaded in the plane the day before. And we didn't have no hot shower until we returned to England after the Normandy invasion, when they pulled us out. Then we got back to England. By July, we were pulled out in the first part of July, and we were in England. We got a furlough to go to to London and Piccadilly circles and everything. We came back and everything. Then we started getting prepared for Holland. A little more practice. No jump, because the jump in Holland was in September the 17th, as you know. And that's where I got hit, which I really didn't so very much combat in Holland, because I jumped out of the plane because the plane crashed. But I was sent to a field hospital, and removed, the tractor was removed, and then I was put back in another plane and sent back to England, and I spent a couple months in the hospital. Well, in Holland, it was, we were rookies. I haven't seen anybody get killed.
Oh, in Normandy?
In Normandy, yeah, in Normandy. We never seen anybody got killed. When we went to Holland, we had a little more experience. We had know what war it was all about. Gone. And then you saw some of the new replacements come in. Green kids like we were when we went to Normandy, Normandy, and tried to. We were big shots now and then, and we tried to tell them what to do, and say, hey, we've been there, and say, so that's the difference. That's the difference between Normandy and Holland. Although, like I say, in Holland, I got out of, from the first day that I was out of combat. All I remember is that we were in France and camp, and we were hearing rumors that General Taylor had come to the United States to make preparations for us, the 101st Division, to be sent to the Pacific. And he was making in the United States. He did invite some of the guys say, well, we're going to stop at the States, or they're going to give us a prelude, and then we're going to go to the Pacific, and we're going to stop at home first, and this and that. Those were the rumors. Then when we got the news that the Germans had made the breakthrough to Belgium, and we got orders, pick everything you got, or everything you can get a hold of it, and let's load. And we were all loaded in trucks with everything we got, tried to get all that gear together. It was just a minute of notice, no prepares or anything. And we did loading trucks, and they started pulling us in towards Belgium. And on the way in, we saw a lot of dead bodies in the roads, the tanks blown out, everything, and we got in there to Belgium, to Bastogne. Two days later, we found out that we were surrounded by 13 German divisions.
And how many of you were there?
That's in the division, because it was just that remained, so we haven't even got replacements or anything. But whatever was the whole division of the 101st, everybody was available. Instead put us in, took us in there, so it was a little less than a division. And of course, after a few days, it was cold, maybe about 4 or 5 feet of snow, I carried a light 30 cavalry machine gun for 13 days before I noticed and find out that he had a fire pin. I just threw it in the snow and left it there. I left it there. The ammunition was low, very, very low. The food was low. The wood, there was no medicines. The Germans overran, and that's when they ran over the hospital. We captured all the medics, prisoners. We had, this first time it was the hospital, I remember very clearly. This was the saddest night of my life. And for many years after I got out of the service, every time they would play that song, I would have to turn off the radio. Because I go, it's White Christmas. The Germans used to play it for us. And I just, what it says, if you give up now, in 6 months you'll be home. He said, otherwise, you're not going to be around. And they used to play White Christmas. It's the first time I ever heard it. And for many years, I never could hear that song. I saw bodies of mine left and right that never made it out of there. That was the worst experience I had in my whole military career.
Finally get you out of there,
Finally, I was lucky. I got wounded for the second time. I was wounded 3 days before General Patton made the breakthrough to give us help, and 3 days before that, right weather broke through, and our airplanes of the Air Force war, we saw the sky, those planes coming over with ammunition, food, everything that we needed. It was just a prayer, God, prayer answer. And but I got hit with shrapnel again the same way that I got hit in Holland, and I was sent to a French hospital, which was not too good because my